Let me then move on to where the Indo-German relationships are. India and Germany has a strategic partnership from 2000, and as the Honorable Ambassador mentioned, so precisely on the 5th of October 2015, we had the third GICC meeting, which is the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce at the government level. They had this 20 companies together. And also, I think they have fairly strong edge in cyber security. And in the recent past, there was also the second Indo-German dialogue on cyber security. The bilateral trade has been doing well. It's been growing. And Mr. Fabig and I had a chance to talk about it a few days back. It's not still $20 billion, but it is a very good number called $17.33 billion, which is roughly about $11 billion in terms of exports from Germany, and maybe about $7 billion as imports from Germany. But this bilateral trade relationships, I don't know how many would be familiar, dates back to the 19th century. The first time that India decided to have a telegraphic connection between Kolkata, as it's called now, and London, it was done by a German company called Siemens. There are a number of companies in India right now which have done well. A number of Indian companies have done equally well. Number of areas there is focus on, whereas it comes to German imports from India, it's machinery, it is the knit, clothing, organic chemicals, electrical equipment, and so on and so forth. And on the other side, you'll also see a fairly large amount of imports that we do with machinery. Actually, plant and machinery, if you look at any large brick and mortar company, you'll have this big line item of German imported material. That's what reflects back into the German precision and the German ability to do manufacturing. We've also seen a fairly large amount of investments from Germany into India. In 2015, the FDI from Germany was about 1.14 billion into India, but I'm sure there are lots of opportunities for further strengthening this relationship. Let me move on to the areas I believe there could be a strong cooperation between Germany and India, and rightly pointed out by His Excellency the Ambassador already. The first one is the cooperation in science and technology. While I think we have a fairly large amount of people who are involved in research in India with number of labs, I think there is still fairly big gap in the type of research we do. A collaboration that we could do in this area in making sure that we get quick access to technology, and then we can leapfrog ourselves, is a big opportunity for us. The second area that I think is very important, which again the Ambassador talked about extensively, was about this vocational educational training. And Germany is known for it, or it's probably in short called the VET. This is the system which certainly built, the VET system built the German competitiveness. Actually, some of you would be very familiar. Even 2008, when the whole world was under recession, Germany did not build. Few aberrations here and there. That largely comes from the simple fact that their industry is extremely competitive. And how are they competitive is making sure that they have the right skilled people. It's a very classy example of how you have schooling system as well as vocational training going hand in glove with each other to make sure you have extremely competent, employable engineers, technicians coming out from the engineering colleges, universities, or the polytechnics. That certainly has caught the attention of this country. The Honorable Ambassador mentioned about the Prime Minister, but yesterday's discussions that he had with our Telangana Chief Minister, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, as also the conversations that he had with Honorable Governor Mr. E.S.L. Narasimhan. Both were also centered around how do we start collaborating in making sure that there will be more amount of joint effort or more amount of help coming from Germany in skilling people in India. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have in India today. We are producing a lots of technical professionals, we can call them, but are they employable? I'm sure I've spent enough time with many of you in trying to decipher the whole thing and how we are trying to address this challenge. But I think collaboration with Germany in skills is something which will definitely help this country, and especially the two provinces of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Lastly, the other area that we can collaborate quite extensively is building stronger industrial relationships so that the business and commerce could improve between our two provinces and several provinces in Germany. And as I said earlier, the key to it lies in terms of small and medium enterprises doing extraordinarily well in Germany. So we will try to see how best we can take delegations from India, bring delegations from Germany to see if there's going to be a win-win situation both for Germany as well as India. So the three areas that I'm looking at for focus or concentration is one is skills, the second is the SMEs, and the third is the science and technology collaboration. So again, it's a great opportunity for people who live in these two provinces of Telangana and Andhra. And given that I've got this great opportunity, for which I'm extremely grateful to the Federal Republic of Germany, Ambassador and the Ambassador, and like to assure all of you that I think we'll work towards a goal of making this collaboration much more stronger. Thank you.